All right, welcome to the warm-up. It's Ward for Sold here with my main man, Jeff Power, and we are talking all things spring sports in the Houston area here for our warm-up edition this week. And I think we're going to talk a little ball and stick here to start things off. How do you feel about that, Jeff?
I'm ready. Let's take the lineup to the diamond.
To the diamond, and that's where we're going to start here with the lineup. Let's start off with one of the powers from a traditional power throughout the years, Atascocita. They find their way to UT and get ready for those state championship games almost a yearly basis. They penciled in at the beginning of the year. They're off to a nice start again. They're taking on Cy Ranch this Saturday. Tell me what you think about this game.
Well, Atascocita, they're 18-3. They are undefeated in District 23-6A. Of course, led by their head coach, Jeremy O'Neill, who's he's got a great ball club this year. In fact, Atascocita is 18-3 overall, which I really feel like after what they went through last year, where they lost quite a few games during the regular season and put it all together late, they seem to be clicking like right now. You know, they're tied with Kingwood, who is also 5-0 in district play. Michael Oros, the coach of the Mustangs, of course, and they've got that Baylor commit, Graham Charbonneau. But the Eagles made a nice run last year. You know, they outlasted Lake Travis in the regional final, came up short in the Class 6A D1 state final against Waco Midway. That was the furthest Atascocita had ever been in program history. Currently, the Eagles have won 12 of their last 13 games this year. They are on a mission. They look really good this season. I really like what they're doing over there. Their opponent, Cy Ranch, they are 16-4-1. They are 4-0 in District 16-6A under head coach Corey Cephas, who has 214 wins. Check out some of the totals in this district. Bridgeland's head coach, Paul Orlando, 225 wins. Cy Woods, their head coach, Phil Schwartz, 296 victories. They're all in that same district. They make each other better. Cy Ranch won this district last year. A lot of top brass, and that coaching keeps everybody in line. I see Atascocita winning this game, but it's going to be a really good battle of two of the best teams in Houston, no doubt.
Yeah, another game of good teams is Pearland against Pasadena Dobie this Friday night. You know, they played Tuesday already, and Pearland doubled up on them, but now they have a chance to go into Pasadena to take on Dobie here. A real tough matchup there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Pearland, 18-7-1. They are 9-0 in District 22-6A under head coach David Rogers. He's got 195 wins while we're throwing those out there. Going against the Pasadena Dobie team at 13-6. They are 5-2 in that same district. But their head coach, Miguel Torres, has been there 17 years, and he has 270 victories. But Pearland did defeat Dobie, as you mentioned, 8-4 on Tuesday night. That snapped Dobie's 5-game winning streak. Pearland has won 8 in a row at home. The Oilers were coming off an impressive 15-6 win over Pearland Dawson before that. And with the win over Dobie, they remain unbeaten in district. But this is a big game. If Dobie wants to get back in this district race, they need to find a way to win it. One of the note, Isaiah Jones of Dobie, keep an eye out for him. He went 1 for 2, had a stolen base, a run, and they also had an RBI. They also got a kid named Gio Ramirez, had a pair of hits and 3 at-bats. Those two guys are kind of the catalyst for Dobie, and it's tough to beat a team twice in the same week. So Longhorns, Oilers, they square off Friday afternoon.
That should be a good one. And you look at softball, 19-6A, as usual, is a tough district, a battle-tested district. I mean, we have Peyto sitting there at the top, and they haven't got to play the big dogs yet, or a lot of them. But one of those big dogs is Katy, and you got to meet up with their pitcher that's going to Oklahoma, E.K. Smith, and a nice hitter as well. They're taking on Cinco Ranches. That 19-6A, they try to feel each other out and see who can win this district title.
Yeah, always a tough district in softball. Cinco Ranch, 11-6-1. They are 6-3 in district play. Katy is 21-5, 8-1 in 19-6A. And again, as you mentioned, Peyto still undefeated in district play. They've got that pitcher, Layla Avila, who's got 96 strikeouts. She leads the Houston area. But Cinco Ranch, they just ruled 7 Lakes, 10-zip. And Cinco Ranch's head coach, Suzanne Reeves, she's had the Cougars playing well all season. Their shortstop, Lindsay De Leon, has a .519 average with 7 homers. Third baseman Aubrey Ramirez also batting over 500, and Lily Martin at .469. So some great batting averages. Their pitcher, Gabby Perez, gets it done in the circle. She has 74 Ks. So watch out for them. Katy, of course, Ella Kate Smith, enough said, right? Going to Oklahoma, strikeout queen. She's got a big stick at the plate. EK, as she is known by her teammates. The number one player in Texas. She can pitch, run, hit, you name it. She is got a lot of talent. And her head coach, Megan Vanetta, also will be the first to tell you that these Tigers are poised to make another state title run like they did in 2019. So I see the Tigers and Cougars both having solid teams. They are battle-tested, a lot of competition in this district. I think they both can go far in the playoffs. But right now, they're battling each other. We'll see who comes out on top this week.
Only going to make them stronger for the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That happened in girls basketball and boys basketball as well. The 23-6A with the Summer Creeks of the world and the Atascocitas, North Shores. They beat up each other, makes them stronger for the playoffs. And that's the subject of our media day. We talked with Kiara Marshall when she took the podium after Summer Creek won the girls' state title, and she talked a lot about being together as a team and just working their butts off because they knew what they had in front of us. Worked out for back-to-back state titles. Let's hear what she had to say podium time in our media day segment.
The Houston area Chevy dealers. Visit your nearest Chevy dealer and test drive our award-winning vehicles. Serving up the best treats and eats in Texas. Stop by DQ and treat yourself before and after the game.
I say this a lot. These kids did not just expect to win. Every single day they put in extra hours and they work really hard. So the experience, knowing that, if you put in the work and you put in your individual time, your team time, you can potentially become a champion. So they really bought into that process. So being here and being experienced, it truly helped us. We walking in the building felt a little, it didn't feel as new as it did last year. So these girls, they fight, and regardless, they were going to work hard to get this done. It feels amazing. These girls, they work so hard. They do everything you ask them to do. So seeing them go out as champions is just, it feels great because I know they worked for it.
The Houston area Chevy dealers. Visit your nearest Chevy dealer and test drive our award-winning vehicles. Parker University. Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
Chevrolet's Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Allegro Marinade. Whether you're the family chef, a backyard barbecuer, or a jerky-making genius, maximize flavor and tenderness with Allegro Marinades.
All right, thank you, Coach. Yeah, another title ring she's going to put on those fingers. They have a successful program over there at Summer Creek. One of their other district mates is C.E. King, and they always say that all the best football coaches say they want their football players to do track in the off season because all that does is boost their speed. It boosts their speed, makes them better players on the field, makes them almost untouchable. C.E. King has an untouchable sophomore in Dillon Mitchell, who's just doing amazing things. Track season is underway. Maybe talk a little bit about how that may coincide with the football season, the way Dillon Mitchell is running these 100 meters and all the other races he's doing.
Well, he's the fastest sprinter in the area, probably the state, maybe the nation. At least that's what a wind-aided 9.87 in the 100-yard dash will do for you. Again, he ran that wind-aided 9.87 with a breeze and behind him, as they say. But no doubt about it, that's something to definitely pause for effect about. He wants to run track and field while playing the sport. He loves football, even at the next level. So trust me, he can do it. Dillon is a standout at C.E. King. I think he plays multiple positions. I remember him when I saw them play Vandegrift, returning punts and kicks. He can play running back, receiver, slot back, whatever you want him to do. That's because of that incredible burst of speed that he's got. And he's only a sophomore. That's the thing that really kind of blows you away. His dad, Billy Mitchell, played football at Texas A&M, was part of the wrecking crew. His mother also attended Texas A&M, turned down a track scholarship for an academic scholarship. And, mom coaches Dillon on the track more or less, and dad kind of sticks with football, so I hear. But he will likely be running for the United States in the 2028 Olympics, so let that sink in for a moment. But under C.E. King head football coach Corey Laxon, the sky is the limit for the Panthers next season. Ward, what C.E. King did last year was nothing short of amazing, making it all the way to the state championship. Now they've got some experience. We'll see how they can maybe take that even further next year and win it all. By the way, I wanted to mention his brother William plays at Texas State University. William Mitchell played at Fort Bend Marshall and was a big reason why Dillon is leading the way at CE King now. I think King will give North Shore a lot to handle, so to speak. Atascocita also has a new head football coach, of course. So, but just keep in mind, King went from 5-5 to only losing 2 games last year, and that was with being in the championship. Superman was a big reason why, as they call Dillon Mitchell. So we'll see how that all kind of pans out. But I really think that CE King is going to be one of the teams to beat in football and definitely in track and field too.
Yeah, speaking about track, let's touch a little bit more on it. We got the Texas Relays coming up next week, and there's speed all over this Houston area. Maybe talk about some other people that are stepping out in your minds.
Yeah, Mia and Mariah Maxwell. They're elite twin track and field standouts from Atascocita. They've got national level times in the 100, the 200. They've run the relays. Mia was named the 2024-25 Gatorade Texas Girls Track and Field Player of the Year. I mean, enough said, right? Setting a state record, 11:04 in the 100 meter. And she excels in the triple jump, too. Both are great sprinters. I think Mariah had a 22.93 in the 200 meter dash. So Mariah and Mia, they are headed to the University of Texas. The Longhorns love speed. The Maxwell twins have it. It's a good fit for them. And that kind of reminds me, the Texas Relays are just right around the corner. It's always that first week of April. That'll be at Mike A. Myers Stadium. A lot of people come out for that, Ward. It's a big event where you can showcase, the world's best talent. There'll be a lot of college athletes.
Yeah, it's not just high school, right? It's everything.
Right. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. And the high school kids that run are usually pretty elite. They don't always show up with their entire team.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to kind of be a special runner or track and field participant to be in the Texas Relays, and it's always fun, and it's kind of a sneak preview of the state finals that'll be coming up up in May at the same stadium. A lot of these athletes like to get on that track, run, see what they can do, get a little more familiar, especially with a big crowd, kind of preps them for the state championship meet.
That's going to be fun. I think I might know somebody that might be going there. If you have 2 thumbs, there you go. 2 thumbs and going to the Texas Relay. Give me 2. All right, there it is. There he is. All right, well, we'll have an update on that next week on our show. And thank you for joining me, Jeff. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to leave you now with the top 5A baseball teams in the Houston area. We'll be back again next week to talk more baseball, talk more soccer, probably talk more track. See you guys later.